Hey, how's it going? I hope everyone's good, and today I'm basically just going to be showing you what I got over the last week or so. First up, I have a movie that I seeked out for a couple of weeks. Basically, it's about killer Christmas trees. The film is The Root of All Evil, and it's directed by Pleckaitis. And I like the idea of killer Christmas trees. I heard about this movie a while back, and I had to seek it out. It was something that I needed to see. Regards to the film itself, it's pretty awful and terrible, but in a really good way. I spent so long laughing at how bad the dialogue is and how bad the general CGI is, and just everything. The acting is atrocious, but it's really bad in a really, really good way if you're into that sort of stuff. Like, just terrible movies that you can relax and just not take seriously and enjoy. If you want a movie about killer Christmas trees, I'd say definitely get it. It's something I would recommend every horror fan have in their collection, but people may not agree. But yeah, killer Christmas trees. Second up is a movie that a lot of people probably hate, but I like the series in general because it's just so ridiculous and so terrible that it's so enjoyable. And the movie is Leprechaun 3. Yeah, Leprechaun 3. It's directed by Trenchard-Smith, who also did the fourth one. It's terrible, really awful, but in a really, really good way. It's just cheesy, ridiculously stupid, and it knows it is. That's why the franchise has lasted for so long, because people are going to pick this up and watch it because it's so ridiculously cheesy and so stupid that people just love the series in general, and I'm one of those people who loves it. But to pick it up, I would say if you don't like the other movies at all, no. But if you do, yeah, definitely pick it up and watch it. It's easily one of the worst in the series. Next up, I have a ridiculously infamous movie, and it's Joe D'Amato's The Grim Reaper. Basically, I've seen this movie for €1, so you know, even if I wasn't going to like it, I was still going to pick it up for €1. It's notorious. It's been banned in so many countries. It's one of the video nasties. The film itself, I've seen it ages ago, and it was okay. Like, you know, it's a really low budget movie. If you don't like low budget movies, this is really small scale budget movie that relies a lot on just being sadistic and nasty and serious gore effects. But if you're into that sort of stuff, definitely check it out. And in general, check out Joe D'Amato's movies, because even though he does make some ridiculous movies, he does have one or two great movies, I think, and he's definitely worth checking out. Next, I have a movie by Olen, who is also, like Joe D'Amato, a very low budget director who was churning out a lot of movies that were gore based, and a lot of them are actually pretty okay. This one I picked up is Sideshow, which was also €1. I have not seen Sideshow, so I can't really comment on it, but I'm planning to watch it over the next day or two and see what it's like. But I've seen a few of Ole's movies, and yeah, I look forward to seeing it. Sideshow. Next, we have one of my personal favourite movies in years, and that is Ryuhei Kitamura's The Midnight Meat Train. If you like a good serial killer movie that doesn't stay to the norm and strays away from it and delivers something very different by the end, and I love the twist at the end. The twist is awesome. This movie's just awesome in general, and the thing I'm very surprised about this movie is how good Vinnie Jones is in this movie. He plays a serial killer called Mahogany, who basically boards a train every night and sadistically murders people on the train and creates this train called the Midnight Meat Train. Yeah, this is just an awesome movie, without a doubt the best Clive Barker adaptation since Hellraiser and Candyman. yeah, I cannot recommend this movie anymore. Watch it now if you have not seen it. It's on Netflix. Watch it. The next movie I have is not a horror movie, but it does have a lot of elements that are just sadistic and brutal. So I decided to include it. Now, I did pick up other movies as well that weren't horror movies, but I'm not going to talk about them really unless you say otherwise in the comments or that down below, that you would like to hear about these movies or have me talk about other movies instead of just horror movies and brutal movies. But this movie is Michael Winterbottom's The Killer Inside Me. This movie's awesome. I really like this movie. The only thing about this movie is it has some pretty hard scenes to watch, and if you don't like violence towards women, you are really not going to like this movie. This is a very in-your-face, relentless, violent movie about a serial killer who has authority in a town. Casey Affleck is brilliant. He's brilliant as a really withdrawn but yet swarmy, evil sheriff who's just nuts and crazy and just sadistic. But at the same time, he's a genius as well and trying to cover everything up and make everything reasonable. The movie itself is a slow burner. It's very, very slow, but I guarantee you by the end of the movie, if you can sit the whole way through it, you will really enjoy it and like it. Second last on what I picked up actually, I did have it previously on DVD, but I just had to get this DVD. The cover's awesome. You get a free poster with it, so many special features and stuff, and that movie is Pieces. It's awesome. I love Pieces. It's one of my favourite movies as well. I prefer it over a Texas Chainsaw Massacre because a lot of times it comes down to, you know, a lot of people saying, oh, it's a lot like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and that, and is it as good and this, that, and I honestly, I don't think it's better than Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of the greatest horror movies of all time, but the problem with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre for me is I find it doesn't have replay value and I can't rewatch it. But this movie, I have watched it 4 or 5 times and I love it every single time. It's over the top, it's seriously gory, it's a cool little plot that has a cool little twist in it that you don't see coming, and I just really enjoyed it. And yeah, I'd definitely say check it out, especially if you're a fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because even the caption on the DVD, you don't have to go to Texas for a Chainsaw Massacre. You know, definitely check it out, and it's by Juan, Piquer, Simon. It's an awesome, awesome movie. Last on my list, but certainly not least, I feel a bit weird saying, oh, 3 of my favourite movies are in the list and stuff, but this is in my top 10 movies of all time. I love this movie to bits. It is Kim Ji-Woon's I Saw the Devil, and it's the Blu-ray version. This movie is phenomenal. When they say it's the best serial killer film since Seven, I greatly agree. This movie is emotional, it's nuts, it's crazy, it's sadistic, it's superbly acted. Choi Min-sik in general is probably the best actor in Asia at the moment. He is just such a phenomenally, you know, talented actor. And Lee Byung-hun in it as well is brilliant. There's a scene at the very end which is probably one of the most emotional scenes I have ever seen, and it's brilliant. To talk about this movie, my favourite scene in this movie is the taxi scene. If you've seen the movie, you know the taxi scene, that camera panning throughout and just the general feel of that scene is just brilliant. One of the best scenes in years. And the last scene as well is, as I said, phenomenal. The plot is brilliant. It's such a new take on serial killer films that have just generally over the last while been kind of documentary about that serial killer and what he has done and condemning it and whatever. This is just, it has a plot and a message, and it's getting to that plot and message, and that's it. It doesn't aim to do anything else. Kim Ji-Woon is one of the best directors around. If you have not seen any of his movies, definitely see I Saw the Devil and A Bittersweet Life and A Tale of Two Sisters is amazing as well. Brilliant ghost movie if you like ghost movies. Yeah, this movie is incredible, and I urge you to see it straight away if you have not seen it. This Blu-ray I got for about €10, I think it was. That was the reason I bought the Blu-ray. I'm not that mad on buying Blu-rays, but it was pretty cheap, and the DVD version was only like €2 or €3 cheaper, so I decided to get the Blu-ray version. And I would highly recommend the Blu-ray version over the DVD, because I've seen the DVD and the quality is just far superior in the Blu-ray. You know, a lot of movies I've seen where you go, oh, the quality isn't that much greater than the DVD. This is, seriously, this is a beautiful looking movie in HD with Blu-ray, and it's just incredible. So yeah, I Saw the Devil, definitely the best of the movies I picked up this week, and if you have not seen it, see it straight away. So that's basically it, I guess, and I hope you like watching at least, and probably in the future I'll do more weekly pickups or whatever. And yeah, that's it. So stay safe and keep watching horror movies.